trigger warning. I will be talking about abuse in this video. If you cannot handle this, I would suggest not watching that, because unfortunately that's going to be a good chunk of this short. Now, I had mentioned on Blue Sky I was going to talk about this, but JK Rowling, it turns out she was part of the Epstein files. And she wasn't just mentioned once. I think she was mentioned 3 times. And, a lot of people there were apparently still people trying to defend her, but there's 2 things I would like to say. So first up, I would like to also say thanks to Cursed Editor for taking the time to put all this together on Reddit. So, the title is JK and her personal and financial ties to famous men accused of domestic and abuse. So first up, Brian Warner, aka Marilyn Manson. So, those of you who don't know, Marilyn Manson just kind of sort of sucks. There's really no getting around it. He's done a bunch of really disgusting things over the years, but a while back, Evan Rachel Wood, a woman who dated him, came forward and said that he had been abusive. She sent flowers to him. That is his Instagram, and it says, "What a surprise to wake up to this morning. Thank you, JK Rowling." He has been accused of forcing himself on women since the 90s. He even has it in his memoir, The Wrong Road Out of Hell. He apparently tricked women into getting drunk so he could touch them without their permission, which is gross. And like I mentioned, Evan Rachel Wood, here she is talking about the abuse she faced with Manson. She didn't publicly name him until 2021. She thankfully won her case. But again, this is a man he already had a history of this. There's no way JK Rowling didn't know, but also Manson pulled a book out of Johnny Depp's Darvo playbook and tried to sue Evan Rachel Wood. Again, he lost that. Okay, next up, we have Kristen Tate, aka Andrew Tate's brother. He replied to one of Rowling's posts, and he's even sent her a heart. Ew, gross. And Rowling also liked the tweet. And on March 12th of 2024, the Bedfordshire Police were granted a warrant by authorities in Romania to extradite Andrew and Kristen Tate for allegations of human trafficking. They've also been arrested. They were arrested in 2023 in Romania for charges of something similar. Greg Ellis and Jonathan Rees. So, J.K. Rowling thanked Greg Ellis for his role in the Hogwarts legacy. And he thanked her, but in a now deleted post that he had been canceled. But there was kind of like a reason for that. So, see, in March 2015, Ellis's ex-wife sought a temporary domestic restraining order against Ellis. He also threatened to hurt his kids. He threatened to hurt them. Because of that, he was later taken to a mental facility. He also broke into his ex's house and tried to get his sons to leave with him. And you think that is bad, it gets worse. Also, for some reason, he lets Johnny Depp and Alec Baldwin have a dedication and a foreword. Ew. But in 2022, he attempted to blackmail his ex-wife. It didn't work. He then emailed adult videos of her to family, friends, and co-workers. He is actually now banned from seeing his sons. Thank God. He also participated in the smear campaign against Amber Heard, which leads us into Depp. So, even without all the Amber Heard stuff, Depp really, really sucks. He is a well-known alcoholic. He spent $5,000 on booze. He lost the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise because he showed up to work either drunk, late, or drunk and late. They had to stop filming one day because he had gotten into some sort of accident and couldn't film. So they've been friends for a very long time. She also defended his casting in Grindelwald, which, ew. And she says she knew he'd been falsely accused of domestic violence. But here's another thing, is for those of you who don't know, he started dating Winona Ryder when she had just turned 18. He was either 28 or 29 when this happened. And Winona Ryder has talked about how dating him was not good. It was dangerous and not good for her mental health or sanity. And she even made it so Depp could not use her as a witness in the trial against his wife. He also tried to sue Dan Wooten for writing an article about, Dan Wooten said, JK Rowling is a Hollywood hypocrite for standing by Fantastic Beasts star Johnny Depp despite allegations he abused ex-wife Amber Heard. Today I revealed a backlash from Me Too movement and demanded to know why she's held bent on supporting Depp. Now, again, even if in some weird, bizarre world, Depp didn't, do anything to Amber, he still has just a very, very, very unpleasant history with abuse and just being a generally gross person. Now, the reason I'm bringing all this up is because the thing is that she has said that she's a survivor of domestic violence and abuse. I'm scrolling down. If you guys would like to, this is again just some transphobia, lovely. If you continue to support this woman, I don't know what to tell you. You need to stay the heck away from me. But her being in the Epstein files, like I said, did not surprise me in the slightest, because she has on many occasions decided to stand by abusive men, despite being a victim herself. And the thing is, she's trying to say that nobody on my team or I ever interacted with Epstein. That is, of course, a bold-faced lie. But the thing is even if she never met him in person, she A-okayed people on her team sending him an invite to not just the cursed child, but to an HP-themed dinner. And again, this was after Epstein was outed as, a creep. So guys, there are other really important things in the Epstein files. There's so much to talk about. And if you guys are interested, I can go into more depth about this, or you want me to make a video about the Epstein files, sure. But guys, there is no reason to continue to give your support to JK Rowling. If you buy Harry Potter merch, it goes into her pocket. Okay? Put your money where your mouth is.